Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Sagittarius, April 20th, 2025. Mars transited your sign in November and December, and then retreated into your privacy sector due to its retrograde motion. This influence has likely stimulated discoveries of buried matter, such as anger or emotional slush, but hasn't always allowed you to release these things directly and straightforwardly. You may have even felt confined on some level during this cycle, such as through illness, injury, or simply fatigue that has urged you to reflect upon your goals. Today, Mars moves back into your sign, where it will transit until June 17th, bringing fire, stamina, and dynamism to your personality and energy levels. It can be very easy to get you all fired up, and this, of course, can have both positive and negative ramifications. You want to leave your mark on the world in some way, a cent a euro oe, however big or small, and you are more able to make an impression than usual in the 2 months ahead. It's a period for a more direct focus on your personal plans and independence. Some of the challenges or delays you faced in recent months can now be ironed out. While you'll certainly be licking your wounds from the groggy CTS of the planetary post-shadows, the cosmic energy over the coming days could give you a little reprieve. Mighty Mars, heating up your solar house of identity, your zodiac sign, will high-five mysterious Neptune, now shining from the depths of your solar house. This means that if single, consider meeting up with someone from your network or an app that is a bit outside of your typical type. You could have an absolutely magnetic attraction that ends up showing you that they're actually one of your soulmates. Use your mystical allure to embrace new horizons. Do you feel more like your old self? The end of 2024 may have taken the wind right out of your sails. Not much brings you down, but you have been down on your luck. Although you may have walked into work with a smile on your face every day, you could have felt unmotivated, insecure, and stagnant. Thankfully, you have a chance to regain your momentum when Mars re-enters your sign today. However, you may have to address issues surrounding your confidence in your professionalism during the remainder of the post-shadow period for Mars retrograde. Watch yourself carefully and try not to allow your attention to be pulled from place. With the positions of the planets at this time, you will be offered an opportunity to get more out of life if you stick to your commitments. It creates an environment of discipline and duty, which, if you follow through on your end, can support you in achieving great things for yourself of your choosing. You are not apt to think much about yourself on this day. There's a vibration happening, and this will encourage you to consider others much more, especially if you know of someone who is having a hard time. If you have someone in your life whom you haven't spent time with in a while, this vibration can also present such an opportunity for you. This essence brings out the best in what you can do and offer to the people in your life. It is richly rewarding when you allow the natural flow to take hold. For the second time in less than 6 months, Mars returns to Leo today, and this time it won't be a false start. By the time Mars, the planet of passion and the warrior planet of the cosmos, returned to Leo in November, he already had the brakes on ahead of a retrograde turn that saw him retrograde back out in the new year, with the promise that he would return. Mars not only fulfills that promise today, but to find that the conditions are a lot better. This time, as you get a second chance to move into a new Mars cycle, it is with your foot on the gas rather than the brake. 3 days after the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, left your romantic sector, the moon is here, but not for long. With the moon gone by tomorrow, this was always going to be a day for embracing the spirit of romance and holding on to the resolve to follow your heart. Making that easier is the moon's friendly aspect to the sun, now in his final days in an adventurous part of your chart. Sagittarius, your fire today is playful, not forceful. Enjoy that. Your quote of the day: the world expands when you laugh with it. Your color of the day is tangerine, bright and alive. Lucky numbers: 3, 9, 18. A spontaneous plan or invitation could spark joy. Say yes. Curiosity leads you somewhere meaningful. Don't overthink what feels good. A moment of lightness may teach more than hours of planning. Our eyes in the sky. Let's take a moment together for April 20th, 2025. Whether this day has greeted you with calm or chaos, joy or uncertainty, you're exactly where you need to be right now. And as we move into this reading, allow yourself to slow down for a few minutes. Let this be your little pause in the day, a space where you're invited to reflect, reconnect, and maybe even rediscover something about yourself. Today's cards came through with a really meaningful energy, and I think they might speak to you more personally than you expect. The first card drawn is the Two of Pentacles, a card that often appears when we're juggling multiple responsibilities, or when life feels like a delicate balancing act. You might be managing more than usual right now. Maybe it's work, personal goals, family expectations, or even just keeping your inner world steady in an unpredictable outer one. This card is a reminder that it's okay to take a step back and reassess. What's truly essential? What's draining you unnecessarily? Even if you're someone who's used to keeping all the balls in the air, you don't have to carry it all alone. Sometimes the strongest move is asking for help, or even saying, "Not right now." If you've ever tried walking with your hands full and dropped something minor, only to realize it was what you least needed, that's the spirit of this card. Let go of what's weighing you down so you can carry what matters most with more ease. Next comes the Knight of Cups, bringing a beautifully romantic and heartfelt energy into the day. This card is all about following your heart, creative inspiration, and emotional honesty. You might find yourself drawn towards something or someone in a tender, almost dreamlike way, whether that's a person, a project, or simply an idea that feels emotionally resonant. The Knight of Cups doesn't rush. He moves with feeling and purpose. Think about the last time you followed a hunch or a spark of excitement just because it felt right. Today might be calling you to do more of that. Maybe it's writing down your thoughts, expressing yourself to someone you care about, or even just letting yourself daydream without judgment. Emotional expression is not a weakness, it's a strength. And letting your heart lead, even just a little, could open doors you didn't see before. The third card is the Nine of Wands, and this one speaks to the resolute spirit within you. You may be feeling a bit worn down lately, like you've been pushing through for longer than you expected. But this card doesn't show defeat, it shows persistence. It shows someone who has made it through challenge after challenge and still chooses to stand. If you've been wondering whether you can keep going, this is your sign that yes, you can. But it's also a nudge to protect your energy. You don't have to prove your worth through exhaustion. You've already proven so much by simply being here, continuing forward. Picture yourself as a tree that's weathered many storms. Maybe some leaves are tattered, but your roots are deeper than ever. Give yourself credit for everything you've endured and how far you've come. Then we're met with the Fool, and I absolutely love seeing this after the Nine of Wands. The Fool brings in fresh air, a sense of renewal, innocence, and bold beginnings. It's that beautiful reminder that no matter what's come before, today can be a starting point. It encourages you to be curious, to take a leap of faith, even if it's small. You don't need to have every step figured out to begin. Maybe there's something you've been thinking about doing, traveling, starting a new project, making a change, but fear or hesitation has been holding you back. The Fool says, go ahead. Try. It's okay not to know where it leads. This card reminds us of those moments when we did something spontaneous, like taking a different route home and discovering something new, or trusting our gut and realizing it was spot on. Today might be the perfect day to embrace the unknown a little more. And finally, we have the Queen of Swords, who brings clarity, wisdom, and a sharp sense of truth. This energy invites you to step fully into your voice, especially in situations where you might have stayed quiet in the past. If there's something on your mind, or a truth you've been hesitant to speak, today is about giving yourself permission to be honest, both with others and yourself. The Queen of Swords doesn't sugarcoat things, but she also doesn't use her truth to wound, she uses it to liberate. This could be a beautiful moment for journaling, reflecting, or having a meaningful conversation that clears the air. And if you've recently been navigating confusion, her presence is a signal that mental clarity is returning. Trust your insights. You know more than you think. So today, with the Two of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Nine of Wands, the Fool, and Queen of Swords, you're being asked to balance, to feel, to persist, to leap, and to speak. There's a rhythm here, a dance between emotion and action, vulnerability and courage. If that resonates with you, I'd love to know how it shows up in your life right now. What are you holding in balance? What leap are you ready to take, even if it's just a baby step? Have you spoken a truth lately that felt like setting yourself free? Let this be your invitation to check in with your heart and your intuition today. Share in the comments if any of these messages felt like they were meant for you. And remember, even when the path feels uncertain, even when you're carrying more than you'd like, you are moving forward, growing wiser, and becoming more you with every step. You've got this.